We can never remove struggles from our lives, but we can improve the ability to can actually go through those challenging moments when they come. So in that, I'm simply saying, when God created each one of us, He took into consideration all the things that which we may find ourselves going through, be it the good or the bad. But yeah, our struggles are as different as they may be. We can never run away from them, but we have the capacity to can actually rise above them. There's a hero in each and every one of us. That hero is waiting to be awakened. I normally say awakened by experiences, and yes, I have been awakened to the real Tabiso, or the Tabiso that I've always been, but I had to tap into that Tabiso by the experiences that I went through. I believe with what I've gone through, it is not for me. The story that I have, that which has been sitting in the back seat, that which has been sitting in my heart for the longest of time, I believe the reason why I survived what I survived, which I'm still going to share, it's not for me. It's for the women that are sitting there, the women who will be watching this video. I'm saying that I am a vessel of hope for those who think that it's the end of the world for whatever circumstances they are facing. I'm here because there's a time when I thought I wouldn't make it through in life, but I'm saying that I'm here because I believe God wanted me to be a vessel of hope for someone else's life.
Hello, RealFam. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining. If it's your first time on my channel, welcome.
We're in trances, going all to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed. You like the fast life, you like the drive, get down dirty, act like the bad guy.
Listen, RealFam, if you are returning and you've always been part of the RealFam, I appreciate you so much. You know I've got so much love for you. Maybe I don't say it enough, but really I appreciate your love, your support. Our channel is slowly getting there, but we are grateful for the numbers that we have, and of course the engagements. It is not really about how many followers we have, but mainly about the impact that we have in your life. So RealFam, I'm not alone today, but before we get there, something exciting is happening. Something exciting is happening. And of course, this is something that I mentioned on one of my videos. If you didn't watch that video, honey, are you sure you're a real fam? So last year, the seminar was about you giving yourself grace. So sis, Give Yourself Grace series has started, and we're starting with the one and only. I want to introduce her, but I think I'll allow her to do that. She shares a name with my brother. So I am Nthabi saying my brother is Tabiso. So Tabiso means happiness, right? Nthabi saying means make me happy. So do you understand the vibrations? Do you understand? Super excited, and thank you so much for being the first guest. You are actually breaking the ice. And for me, I must say, I'm very honored. I think she's the most amazing woman I've ever met. I mean, I've met amazing women as well, but I do believe that we all have a story to tell. And we are different and we are unique in our own ways. And I do believe that each and every woman that you come across, whatever that you get to connect with them with, treasure that, value that, because it's amazing. And I think that's what I've done ever since I met you. Yeah. So I'm going to allow Tabiso to introduce herself.
I'm Tabiso, a mother of two. I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, a lover of life. I love conversing with other women. I love spaces whereby yeah, that's full of color. I love speaking. I know that when I open my mouth, the one thing that comes after a conversation, it's the healing part. I don't know how I do that, but I found myself in spaces whereby when I talk to people, I do not leave them the same as I have found them. So that's a gift given from pain, a gift that which I don't think I've prayed for it. I don't think I've written any goals concerning this gift, but yeah, it's God given. But one thing I pride myself in is that I'm one person who loves people, who loves leaving people differently than I find them. So I enjoy actually speaking, motivating, healing through whatever words that come out of my mouth. So yeah, this is me. I think for the longest of time, I've taken the back seat in terms of speaking. I've done it casually, but if there's one thing I know God is calling me to do in this season is that I need to open my mouth and heal. I heal not with something that I've gone to school for. I bring healing through my own life experiences, which is something that which not everyone gets to do that.
True.
I believe that with each of our experiences, there's a reason why one goes through certain things and others don't. So I've decided to take power out of a situation that was once meant to kill me. But if I have done it, I believe the only reason I'm alive, it's for me to can actually help others heal. So gracefully broken. It is by grace that I'm here. It is by grace we met. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be sharing my life journey. And yeah, I'm an adventurous mom. I love trying out things. I love reading. Actually, I found myself loving my space, not by choice, but by force. But yeah, my diet changed because of what God was instilling in a season of pain. And yeah, I believe it was for this moment.
So, are you ready to tell your story?
I am.
I want to tell my story.
A young woman, married very early, but now 6 years after being legally married, I found myself, having to now live in a season of being alone. It's something that which no one signs up for. No one dreams to get married to find themselves within a short space of time being alone. In my journey, I'm happy to share that. Not that it wasn't nice, but I can say that before I redefined the season that I went through, I had all the questions. Abu, why me? God, I thought I was your favorite child, but yeah.
What happened to you?
What happened to me? I became a widow very early at age 33. But in me becoming a widow, I remember 14 months before my husband could pass, I found myself, my marriage being shaken in such a way that that's when I found myself having to question, why did I get married very early? I got married at, I was 24. Been with someone, I've been with my husband 14, married 6, on the 6th year. That's when, I lost him to an accident. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That which I still have questions about, but yeah, that's a story for another day. But I'm here today to can share my story of giving myself grace and rising from finding myself as a widow at a very young age, and not living up to the expectations of everyone else around me. I think what made me survive the season of pain, the season of widowhood, which I do not look like what I've been through, but there were things that which I did in that season. Those were the things that made me survive gracefully. So I chose myself. I chose to live in a world where no one else exists but me. I had to now change how I go about in terms of my day-to-day. I remember I used to love watching TV, but I had to stop, not by choice again, but by force, because as I would watch TV, I would see everyone being happy, but except me. But now that would remind me of, you are alone now. I don't watch TV even today, but I believe in that God was actually directing me to a new path. I believe the reason why he had to change my diet, it's the fact that I needed now to tap into something that which does not require the things that which are shown on TV.
Can I ask a question? Yeah. So, if you don't watch TV anymore, does this mean there's still something that triggers? And since you have kids, do they watch TV? They do. In terms of watching TV, I don't find any pleasure watching TV. Oh, okay. Yeah, for me, it's not that it doesn't have triggers anymore, because I went through the process, counseling. I dealt with the emotions. I dealt with the triggers of. When I think of the season, I don't cry anymore, but I'm in a place whereby I remember a few weeks ago I wrote that God had to allow me to go through what I went through in order for me to save others. Nothing is personal about God. He does not just go around and say, Nthabi is deserving of this or that. But in what happens in our lives, it's a story of hope for someone else. Me surviving with the things that which I engaged myself in, I believe I can give others a roadmap in terms of rising from where they are to giving themselves permission to live again. What's the worst thing that has happened in your marriage?
The worst thing that has happened while we were still together. The worst thing, it was one thing, infidelity. That was the worst thing that has happened. But I had my fair share of, I felt the pain. It was one enough that my husband ended up dying.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm here to tell people that we are not defined by what we've been through. We are not defined by circumstances that change that are not favorable. But in those changing circumstances, one can take the power. One can redefine the story and make it empowering for themselves.
Yes.
Marriage is beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Marriage is beautiful. It's beautiful.
Don't let them lie to you, honey.
And
marriage is beautiful.
Marriage is beautiful.
Yes, it is.
But the things that happen in marriage, I believe a lot of us, most of the time, we live in denial of what is happening in certain seasons. I'm in a season of walking in the power of what was meant to kill me. If there's other women suffering from the same, I can gladly avail myself to can share the steps, the little things that I can add, that which I did. Prayer alone. Prayer. I relied on the one who allowed the situation to come my way, right? Yes. There's prayer, journaling. If I don't have anyone to can share my pain with, to can share how I feel on the day, a pen and paper became my best friend, because I would want to call Nthabi, and Nthabi won't pick up. So it means that I would sleep. I would have to cry myself to sleep. So yeah, pen and paper, gratitude. The verse that continued to carry me is that I needed to give thanks in all circumstances.
Sure.
Giving thanks, not that the situation is favorable, but I give thanks knowing that in me giving thanks, God says he took into consideration everything that which I will have to go through. So what I'm bringing forward is that I know how it is. I've suffered pain, a pain that which I wouldn't wish for my worst enemy. But yeah, in that pain, I believe I was refined.
Sure.
I do not look like what I've been through. In the season of our isolation, actually, I've seen that God does much when it's empty.
Can I ask something?
Yes.
What was the last thing your husband said to you before he left this world?
Sure. He's coming home.
Sure.
He's coming home. And even if it means he has to come home and just be. But he's coming home. That's what he said. The last words that I spoke to him about, it's that.
He's coming home.
So that home
Whew.
meant that I was actually going to lay him to his place of rest, because I believe he's in his place of rest.
And how have you survived with the kids?
I would have loved for things to have unfolded differently, but whichever way it turned out, God made provision for the journey. And with regards to the kids, I'm a present mom, because I understand the shortness of time.
I'm getting emotional, but
I understand the shortness of time. I understand the value of nurturing with our kids. Buying them stuff means nothing if I'm not going to be there to play with them. I'm not there to can share their world with them. I think when I started the business here, Awakened by Experiences for the Little Ones, it was me saying that.
I love it, by the way.
Awakened by Experiences, it's saying that I may not know what tomorrow holds, but can I allow my today to matter? Today is called present, because it's very important than the yesterday or the tomorrow that which I'm not sure of. So
that's so true.
Yeah, with the kids, I have my mom was helping me. I'm using the help that is available in terms of raising my kids. But yeah, I'm one person. I believe in experiences. You can take it all, but don't take away the moments that I have to spend with my kids. And with the gift that I found from that season of pain, I've allowed myself to can say, can I be the bridge between mothers and kids and help parents now connect with their kids? Because there's now that bridge. We cannot be women who are empowered, go back home with a bacon in a house that's burning. That is when the kids long to be with their parents, but their parents are out there empowering themselves.
So as we're about to wrap up, I think so far what I've taken from Tabiso's story, I mean, first of all, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. No one imagines losing their loved one, especially through death. I got emotional there when I asked the question, what was the last words he said? And he said, I'm coming home. And oftentimes, you know, we tend to ignore or not reach out to our loved ones or to care really much about where they are. Even right now, do you know where your partner is? Do you know where your mom is? Do you know where your dad is? Like, did you tell them that you have arrived safe wherever you are? You know, the little things matter. But I think I just have to give it to you. I've got so much respect for you with so much that you're doing. 2 kids. And this girl, I've never seen her not smiling. Like, she's forever smiling. And it shows that really your situation does not mean that it's the end of the road. Your situation does not mean that you will not get breakthroughs. You will not what? Obviously, you can never forget, but it doesn't mean you will not overcome anything. And I believe that everything happens for our good. And God is forever with us in whatever situation. Now, I just want to take this moment and just ask you this, like, do you how do you feel about love right now? And love, I mean, it can mean romantically, it can be in general with your kids, because I do believe that as much as you are good now, you struggled somehow, and there's someone here who's probably going through the same, and it might be different. I'll just share this a little bit. So do I need to share this? But I'll share it anyway. I'm going through a loss of a partner, a loss of and that loss, it's painful, and you could be going through a loss of a breakup. This can be like you can relate your life to that, because you're losing someone that was close to you, and it's never easy. So how do you think a person going through this can deal with that? But of course, firstly answering, how do you feel about love now?
With regards to love, sure.
Call it a return to love.
Yeah, a return to love. I think I've done the work on myself. The most important thing is not putting myself out there to can say I want to receive love, or else my heart is still shut, or else my heart is still shattered. So I've done the work. Yeah, I think I can.
You love love.
Yeah, I love love.
That's enough for us.
Yeah, but on what I can add is that it starts with you. You can't give off something that which you haven't done for yourself. So I've got so much love for myself.
Yeah.
It's the love that which I have for myself is in abundance. That's why the spaces that I find myself in, the energy around me, when I spread love, I don't get depleted. You know why?
Yes.
Because my cup ran over. So whoever you get, whatever that's you get from the overflow that I have. But now it started with me being selfish about me pouring back into me, pouring back into me, doing the work, looking after myself. And in that, I'm saying that as I present myself or go out there, I think for someone that will come my way, that person definitely sees how I want to be treated, because those are the things I do for myself.
Yes.
So I think in how I look and how I present myself when I'm with others, it tells you that this person loves herself.
Yeah.
Because I don't go out there shrinking, feeling sorry for myself. I went through the pain. It's called through because there's a way in and there's a way out. Yes, I allowed myself to grow in what I've gone through. So, and I've taken power out of the situation. I've taken power. I've redefined the meaning of the story for myself and not for anyone else. I'm not saying it's easy. One needs to put in the work. And most of the time we suffer when we are in a season of pain a lot because of what we are focusing on. Here's this thing that which has hurt you, but the more you replay it's just one moment. It was one incident, but as you replay it 100 times in your mind, you get to relive it every time you play it. So the pain or the torture comes in when you replay. There's no way I can bypass that. The reality is I've gone through pain. I've gone through pain. I've suffered in that season. I've suffered in silence. Some of the things that which I get to experience on a day-to-day, I've never shared with anyone. But I know of all the days that I had to cry myself to sleep. I sometimes have those moments, but I'm happy I went through the course here, NLP, that helps you to can say, if you think of a situation that has caused you pain and whatever that which, when you think of that, those emotions, if they don't serve me, then I must go through them and release them. I hold on to the happy moments. The tragedy that has happened right at the end of just before my husband passed, it does not override those beautiful moments that which we shared. So society,
I feel the same.
And as we are living, we don't give ourselves permission of embracing. You embrace it all, not part. You embrace those beautiful parts of saying that I had the beautiful moments. Can I hold on to that? Because I've got buckets full of beautiful memories.
Love that. And I think we can I? I love that so much. And I think, we can wrap it up that way because we are now at the level where, we really need to take into account that our happiness matters. And also creating memories means that these are memories that will live on. I think I was asked a million times why I like posting pictures of myself so much and putting a code on it or whatever, or capturing myself. I mean, to this day, I still take my phone and just go through memories, and not just necessarily with myself, even the people that I care about, even those I cared about, okay? Yeah, even though some memories you have to let go of. And it's okay to do that. You're allowed to let go of all memories, but you can never remove them from your mind, from your head. They'll forever be there. There was a reason why they were there at the first place. So I think in summary, what I can say is that this conversation basically means that, sis, give yourself grace through that healing. Give yourself grace through that tough experience that you're going through. Give yourself grace through whatever you might be struggling with at this very moment. Give yourself grace for standing up and doing the best that you can to control whatever situation that you find yourself in. Real fam, first of all, I just want to thank you for watching until this point. And more than anything, I just want to thank you for being here, for sharing your amazing story. I took so much from it, and I think I could relate with certain things. Some I cannot, but I can just imagine that experience that you've been through. And for that, I just want to say thank you. Your time means everything to me. You have kids, you could have spent time with your kids, but you are here. So this is a token of appreciation. By the way, this video is sponsored by Cricket and Booby Brand. As you know, I design t-shirts. So this is her gift. And of course, it's written Grace. And there's a story behind. Anyway, so this is for you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay.